Pahu, Pahu. The dog's back there squeaking his squeaky toy. Not that dog, the other dog. Hey, Rudy, you want to hang? You want to join me? Yeah? Okay. All right, come here, you. All right, welcome. I'm alive. And what is my brother telling me? He's telling me something we were talking about. We were watching Russian missile launches together. It's so funny. Dad could have designed. Yeah, right. Anyway, wow, all of a sudden there's 8 people here. Hi, welcome. I'm Kurt. This is Rudy, and Ollie the dog is on the ground, and he is squeaking away. Let me start up the Discord. Right, I think I've got this. I'm gonna get this figured out. If I do this enough, I'm gonna start getting this figured out. Hey, there's Speedy saying howdy, Kurt. Howdy, how there, Speed Gimp. And let's see. First thing I need to do is share the screen. Here we go. And then share that screen and share system audio. That should come up. Let's see if that comes up. There we go. Look at that. Now, the next thing I need to do is I need to go into the on-air channel in the Discord. There it is. Now I'm on air. So anyone, what that means, of course, now from yesterday's experiment, is that anyone who might go to my Discord and go into this, make this a little bigger here. If you go into my Discord and swipe over Molly's face, and you'll see there's on air, and join me there, you will be here in this room and you will be broadcasting. That's the purpose of saying on air there. Let me do something now, which is to figure out how to add the link here to the Discord server. So now what I need to do is I think there's a way to do this. The problem is that I did yesterday. I did it false advertisement. I'm wearing a shirt. A shirt. Speedy says, "Yeah, I know. That's the background I've got there. Says that this is the thing that I did for the hold on overlay. Let's add that onto an overlay, and I'll show everybody what you're talking about there. And then the next thing, and Speedy, if you can help me maybe figure out how to find the permanent Discord link, not the time when the time's out." Let me find that photo, though, to throw up on the screen. Wherefore? I know it's right here. Hold on. Okay, just a little lower. Oh, there it is. Just saw it. And it's loading. Now, I think if I click on this and click, there it is. So that's what Speedy was referring to for the thumbnail. As I was launching this thing, I went ahead and threw that up. That's because I was speaking with, who was it? I was speaking with over on Facebook about ghosts, because Yumiko and I were out looking at houses today, and we looked at potential haunted house, and I think it was, who was it? It was, no, someone there. Oh, I can't remember. We were talking about ghosts, and I mentioned that ghosts never seem to come haunt me when I want them to, and that's me out at the Siberia ghost town, trying to invoke the ghosts to come, the ghosts of the ghost town to come haunt me. And if there's any ghosts out there, there should be, because there's graves out there, so there should be neglected, abandoned, and forgotten. If souls exist and if ghosts exist, they should be out there. So, but they never come when I ask them to. That's not it. I don't want that. That's my email. Not that either. Okay, what I'm looking for is the Discord server. There it is. Great. So let's see if I can figure this out. I need to share the link. Let's see. Pahu. That's a little Japanese omnipoe. Omnipoe? What is that? An English word that means a word that sounds like something? But pahu is the sound that Ollie is making, squeaking his toy on my feet. Here, I think if I go to home, maybe, and then add friend, no, and then go, hold on, how do I do this? Here, and then I guess I can't remember. Does anyone out there know how to do that? How to share, how to find the link? It was me under my real name. Oh, okay. Psycho Killer. So that's what you said. You're saying the thumbnail gave me an earworm of Talking Head Psycho Killer. Ah, yes, yes, yes. It could certainly do that. It was you under your real name. LOL. Okay, let me see if I can figure this out. One last shot at this. It's not over here. It's not over there. It is, where is it? How do you share the link to the server? Does anyone know? Let me put my doggy down. Let's see. Control R to quick. Add a public server. I'm this close to giving up. Notification. I'm giving up. I can't figure it out. So anyway, there's a way to share. Oh, and then someone's here. Zolwina is with me. Hello, Zolwina. Oh, I've got to. Am I turned on? Are you out there, Zolwina? I don't hear you speaking. So you can see that Zolwina has added themselves to the chat. So I don't hear anything though. I'm not deafened, and I'm not. You're not muted, or at least I haven't muted you. So it looks like you're all in order. Maybe the audio isn't quite set up on your side. So so I'll let you work on that while I get to the main topic. So the reason I started this thread, this live tonight, and I am streaming to 3 platforms right now: Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. And the reason I did that was I wanted to share with you all a question. I need your help deciding on something that I need to do. I want to do. Here's the thing. On Thursday night, I currently work out in the city of Ventura here in California, and I live here in Irvine. And I'll show you. Let's bring up Google Map. Google Earth. There it is. Let's make that big. Okay. So here's Google Earth. Wow, it's showing all these city names. Why is it doing that? Okay. I don't want it to do that. Nothing's working tonight just the way I want it to. Hold on. Let me see if I can find a way to do that. The menu, the map style, clean, no borders. There we go. Now I got it. Good. Okay, so this is what we are looking at, greater Los Angeles area right here. So if we swoop way back, that's California. We're coming angling in a sharp angle, and then this is the greater Los Angeles area. Let's see if we can swoop up just a little bit on that. There we go. Make that a little angled up there. And this is Santa Catalina Island right here. You can see my little cursor. Let's make that big. Da, da, da. So this is Santa Catalina Island right here. This is the port of Long Beach right here. Los Angeles downtown is right here. If we zoom in on there, we probably see some skyscrapers. Let's see where. Oh, here they are. Here's the LA skyline. Very big city that is. Very beautiful in its own way. And then I live, okay, you've probably heard of the OC, Orange County. That's this area right here. All of this from right about here. Hold on, let me make sure I got the right thing. Okay, that's Newport Beach right there. So all Orange County extends from, here's San Clemente right here. Or is that Dana Point? No, that is San Clemente right there. So all of Orange County extends from this whole area right about there. Okay, I live here in the city of Irvine, in fact, right around this area. And then I work though, so put a little pin. I wonder if I can drop a pin. Well, let me drop a pin. Well, I got to do it in the right place. I don't know how to drop a pin. Anyway, I work there. I live there, but then I work way the heck up here. Right here. Okay, this is the city of Ventura, and I bet if we zoom in, we can even see City Hall where I work. It's a beautiful building. There's the pier. So to Monday night, every Monday I walk to the pier after work, and I have fish and chips at this restaurant right here. It's called Fishy Joe's. Fishy Joe's Fish and Chips, right there. And I typically sit in that window seat right there, and I read my book. And then where I work is, if I zoom around here. Hold on, I'm going to get this down. There it is. You can see City Hall. City Hall is literally just up the street. So if you walk over here, da 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 da, and you're walking up the street, tra la 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 la. Come on. Well, it's zooming in all the details. That's where I work right there. That's City Hall. It's a very beautiful building. Let's see. Let's go ahead and you can see right there. So this is the main part of City Hall, the front of City Hall. And then right behind it is this annex building. This is like for all the worker bees like me. So the beautiful building is right over here, and then for all of us worker bees are right there. And I usually park my motorcycle right over here and back. In fact, if you want to assassinate me, I didn't know it's got painted on the top. If you ever choose you want to assassinate me, my window's right there, the corner window, so you can line up your high-powered rifle and take a shot. And then we'll see, right, Speedy? We'll see about the ghosts, right? Because then I'll be a ghost. And this City Hall is haunted, and I do work late at night sometimes, and I have walked through the corridors late at night, and there's a ghost of a woman that is reported to haunt this place. And I've walked through the corridors late at night trying to have an encounter or an experience with a said ghost of the woman, and it never happens. Apparently, she's the ghost of a woman who died here in this third floor right here. This was the women's jail back in the day, and when this was the county courthouse. And apparently she died up there, and now her spirit wanders that hall. Let's go down to the street and have a beautiful view of it. Let's see if we can. And I see there's comments, and I need to get to them, so I will. It's not letting me do it. I guess you know why? Because I'm not using the Google Earth client. I'm doing this Google Earth through what's it called? The browser. So let's see what some comments have to say. Laura, hey Laura, she says, I still do not know how to work my microphone in Discord. I am Zolwina. I am going to try to figure it out how to change my name there. Very good. And I hope you can get that microphone working, and then you can join me here in earnest. And AB Ducky, there's a name I know. If you click on the server name, the drop down menu has the invite people option. Click that, and it should give you a link for people to join. Thank you, AB Ducky. Let's do that. Let's bring up the server. We'll make this big again. You're saying if I click over here and invite people, just like you said. Now, how can I get a permanent? Okay, edit. Here it is. Edit invite link so it doesn't expire. I want to say I expire never. And maximum number of users, no limit. Generate a new link. Look at that. There it is right there. And now I'm going to add this to the comments. Hey, Robert. I'm going to add this to the comments. Come join my Discord server. Link, and there's the paste. There we go. And now I'll put it up here too in the comments. The banners. Discord, and I'll change it, but I'll change that. Edit that to have the Discord link. And you believe that I've been talking all this time and I still haven't gotten to the point? Here we go. Show. There it is. So there's my Discord link. You can, and I should add to that. I should edit that a little bit. Find in comments and click. And I've been meaning I need to go through and add this to all of my there we go, not scrolling across the bottom, all of my social media, right? So the Discord link is there, and now I've got it that's set up. Thank you very much, AB Ducky. And Laura, he changed your name. I see that, but you still need to work on the audio, huh? By the way, anyone who joins, if you go to this on air, Molly helped me figure that name out. Let me make that a little bigger. Okay, the way that it works is if you go to this on air, you, my friend, are on air. That means we can hear your voice broadcasting across 3 platforms right now. And Mully will continue to hold that expression on his face in utter astonishment that the technology allows us to do that. So let's get back to the point. Why did I start this particular thread or this particular live? Let's put some branding up here. There we go. Some going a little bit branding at the top. It's because like I was saying, and Gimp the Hulu. Hey, Speed Gimp, you have arrived. Come on over, Speedy. Come on over. Join me in the on air if you want to talk. Or are you going to be shy, or maybe even? Are you going to hang in the chat, or if you come on and join me if you want? And Maddie is here too. Wow, hot dog guys. All right. Come on, join me in the chat. All you have to do is just click on this on air right there. If you click on that on air and your audio is set up right, the world, or at least 7 people, will be able to see you. So let me continue with why I'm doing this. And back to Google Earth. I was riding home from work on Thursday, and I decided to stop by and have a look at my daughter's college. So here we go. Let's get back up here. There we go. We can see, let's make that even bigger. We don't even need to see me there. Yep. So I work there. Emily, we're pretty sure now that she's decided where she wants to go to school, and she's going to be going to Cal State Channel Islands, which is in the same area there in Ventura. It's actually over here. Right. There it is. I think that's it. Yeah. That's Cal State Channel Islands. That's the college or the university Emily's going to be going to. So I decided to swing by because I wanted to see what the place was like in the evening. And comments. Let's see. Here we go. AB Ducky says, glad you to help. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Discord is updating. Very good. Handsome picture of you there, Robert. So anyway, I swooped in here on my motorcycle, and I drove around the campus. This place is bigger than I thought. So I drove around the campus. See this loop here? La 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 la. La, 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 la. And apparently this place was a sanatorium before it was a university. So these buildings are actually old and dated from that. They're beautiful Spanish architecture. You can see some of them right there. Oh, a lot of construction right there, it seems. And anyway, when I was all done, I left. And I left through this here. So I came motoring along on my motorcycle. Boop, 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 boop. I stopped here, put my blinker on to the left. Let's swing around a little bit. I put my blinker on to the left. Blink, blink, blink. Boop, 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 boop. Vroom, vroom, vroom. Leaning into the turn here. And as I was leaning, I saw a whole bunch of okay, Japanese quiz. For those of you who know who study Japanese, shika wa nan desu ka? Shika. See if we can tap it out in comments. What is shika in Japanese? I saw shika right here. Give you a hint. They're cute. Bambi likes them. Hunters like to eat them too. Hunt them. There you go. Okay, shika is deer. I was riding my motorcycle along right here, and I look over to the right. There, Dax got it. Deer, indeed, you got it. I look over here to the right, and there was a whole herd of deer. Are deer a herd? What are a pack of deer? A murder of deer, like crows? I don't know. There was a whole bunch of deer here, so I stopped and sent a photo. I took a photo and sent it to Emily because she likes Bambi. Anyway, so I proceeded to ride my motorcycle like the wind bullseye up this road, which is an awesome road. It's a really fun road. It runs up this canyon here, all the way up the canyon. And then from up here, you can come up here and it accesses Route Highway 101 right here. And if you don't know Highway 101, it's AKA Ventura Highway of the America song fame. Ventura Highway in the sunshine, where the days are longer, the nights are stronger than moonshine. Yeah, that's the one. Anyway, I was trying to make a detour to get up there. So I was going up this canyon on my motorcycle, and it was evening and it was lovely. And here we go, go right up, widening up the road, shifting through the gears, leaning through the turns. The sun was going good. I had my AirPods in under the helmet, cranking the tunes. It was so nice, really nice ride. And then something happened. No, I did not have to go number 2. That wasn't what happened. Okay, where was it? It was right about here. I think it was like right here. Let's see. Was it there? A little further? Maybe right here. No, it was right here. Right here. I was riding along on my motorcycle and I look, on my bike, and I've got a big bike and it sits up high. It's not one of these street racers. I'm way up high like this and I'm riding with the wind. I got the helmet up. Hey, hold on. Let's have effects. Okay, I got the helmet up. I'm riding along, and I'm right here. And I look, and you can even see it. I look over. Okay, look carefully, everybody. Look to the left and down the canyon. Tell me if you see something that catches your eye down there. Dax, you've proven yourself to have been the ability to pick things out. You correctly noticed deer. Can anyone see something strange down there in the canyon? I don't expect you to guess what it is, but do you see it? And do you want to take a guess what you think it is? No guesses? Okay, let's see. Hold on. So Dax correctly said deer. Maddie says Buena Park used to have a Japanese style deer park years ago. No kidding. Do the deers bow like they do down in Kyoto, or that would be Nara? And then Camarillo. Yeah, Camarillo is a nice place. That's exactly where it is, right? And then, hey, Lars says, hey. And then Speed Gimp says, waterhole. Okay, well, thank you for giving it a try. Do you see it right over here? Let me make this a little bigger for everybody. Okay. Do you see it right here? Let's try to get a little closer. So before I tell you all what I think that is, big green. No, nice one. Nice icon there too. So I'm sitting here on my motorcycle. I look over to the left and I see this. Can you see this down here? Okay. Now I'm not going to tell you what I think it is, what I know it is. I'm going to see if you guys can figure it out. I realized what it was immediately. I also realized it was something that probably most of the motorists would never see because they're too low down. They have to be the height of a bike to see, and you'd have to be very perceptive and lucky to see it. So let's zoom in a little closer. Now, this is the bottom of the canyon, right? So scroll back. So here's the road. I was right here. I look off to the left, right between here. You'd actually have to look between these bushes, and I spied this right down there, and I knew exactly what it was in a moment, and it shivered my timbers. Let's scroll in. I'm going to scroll in and see if anybody can figure it out. And if you can't get it, then I'll zip around a little bit. Wow, the details really coming out. Very close. Maddie says, hold on. An abandoned RV. That's a really good guess. You're close. Let's try to take a little closer look from another angle, maybe. Okay, you can kind of see it. Now, isn't that amazing on Google Earth? You can zip around. Does that help at all? What do you see on the right side? I think and then Esther says, could you check to see if there are any bodies inside? Okay, we'll get to that, Esther. And then Speedy got it. Tractor trailer. Yeah, not really so much a tractor trailer. Esther says RV. Not really an RV. It is a multi-axle truck. This is the cab right there, and then this is the bed right here. It's got the open bed. And if you if we zoom around a little more, you'll start the details will start to pick out, including the driver's side door is open. Now you're looking right down into the truck's bed, right? That's empty, and you can see the cab very clearly right there. And Maddie's AB Ducky is saying, "Truck, yes, truck." And Maddie saying, "Oh wow, it's just left there." Now, isn't that so clear? Look at, can't you see the cab so clearly? And now you can see the bed. Now look at this. If we go around a little further, look, you can see the driver's side door is open. Do you see that? Can I get a hell yeah? Hold on, let's see if I can zoom in. And you can actually see right here the two rear windows out of the cab that would look back, right? And if you go back up here, you can see, look how it just slammed into the mountainside at the bottom. So it went hurtling. And you can actually see the course through the bushes. Look at this. You can see a faint trace through the brush of where it went down a long way from the road. See the road right there? So I was here and I looked through the bushes and I said, or right here. And I said, "Holy crap, there's a truck down there." And then you could trace kind of with your mind's eye how it went down. And again, just for perspective, you can see how steep this is. Isn't this amazing how we can do this in Google? Now, isn't it just all crystal clear now? Don't you see it? Let's see. Esther says, "Oh wow, it's just left there." Maddie says, "That's a long ways off the road." Speed Gimp says, "Damn, I blame Bigfoot. I knew you would." I see it. The truck was my second guess, and that guess would be right. So now, why am I not too worried about this? So I didn't. So I didn't actually. I didn't stop. Nightfall was coming, and the reason I didn't stop were two reasons why I didn't stop. Normally if I would see something like that, I would in fact, and I'll tell you another story in just a minute about a truck situation like that. I would stop and go investigate, but there were two reasons. One, I got a clear look at the cab, and it was not a new truck. It was clearly a very old truck. It had the kind of the molded fenders and stuff, and it looked like it had been there a long time. The second reason I didn't go look was that as I continued motoring along, here you can see, hold on, you can see here on the road, I motored along here, and look at this. I noticed that this guardrail, see this guardrail? You can actually see right there, I think. Is that another car? Holy crap. Did we just find another car? Look at that. There's another car. Look at that. Am I the only one seeing this? Wait, hold on. I got to make this bigger for you guys. Am I the only person seeing this right now? Do you guys see that? Let me take my helmet off. Let me know. I guess. Hey, there's David Wallace. Hey, Dr. Wallace. Speedy. It wasn't Bigfoot. It was hamsters. That sounds good. And Maddie says, if that's another car, the road is out of control. Out of control. I agree. And I think that is another car. You know what led me to it, Maddie? Was up here. Look at that. Do you see how there's just clearly a line leading down to the car? Just like over here, there's clearly a line leading down to the truck. Now, the reason I didn't worry immediately was I kind of traced where the truck would have come from, and it was quite clear that there's this railing. Hold on, let me see if I can get it so you can see. There's this rail all along, and the rail wasn't broken. So it wasn't a recent break through the thing. So I didn't worry about it. And then the obvious age of, is this another one right here? Look at this. What's this? Oh my God. There's a whole pile of cars. Are you guys seeing that? Oh my gosh, it's a train wreck of cars. What You were right, Maddie. Esther, who's it, Matt? Who said this is out of control? Right? Look at that. Let's see. So let me see. I'm missing out all kinds of comments here. Okay, Maddie was the one that said if that's another car, that road is out of control. How many cars do we count there? One, two, three, four, five. At least 5 or 6, plus the 2 before. And then Speedy says, time for Kurt to go into the scrapping business. Indeed. Maybe they crashed into each other, possibly. Brian Laundry, who the heck is that? Tippy. Hi, Tippy. Welcome. I don't know who Brian Laundry is. Laundry? Matt, probably someone I should know. Matt says if I had been there for a little, for it to be on, it had to have been there for a little bit for it to be on the satellite image. Good point, right? It takes a while for these things to be updated. While, that's right. LOL, Speedy at Tippy, too soon, LOL. Okay, so Speedy knows who Brian Laundry is. I don't. What is going on this road? I don't know what is going on. Looks like this might be the local train station. And oh, I wasn't joking. Yeah, you weren't. Oh boy. And then Kurt, maybe this road isn't safe. And this is the road that my daughter's going to be going up and down if she goes to school there, and to study. Oh, look, there's more. What is going on? This road is out of control. But look, the barrier isn't broken. So, like we said earlier, this is clearly not new. Do you think people were dumping their cars here? Maybe there's one right there that looks like a truck, doesn't it? And then over here is the something. Is that something else? Or is that the truck we saw? No, that's something else. And there's the truck that we were looking at earlier, the first truck, right? But look at that. Is it just me, or what is that? Oh, that's just some apparition of the trees, right? There's nothing. Could that be a time portal? You see how there's trees if we look straight down through it? So this is another one, right? That one looks, oh, what's going on? Okay, hold on, where'd it go? Let's take a closer look at that one. Okay, do you think the aliens were just getting upset because that happened? Can we make out what that is? Is that a flux capacitor? I think that's a flux capacitor. Okay. And Captain Canada says this is getting out of hand quickly. Indeed. What road is this and what city? This is the road to nowhere, and it's between. Hold on, I'll tell you. I don't know, so I'm sorry to be silly. And so anyway, so we have found a whole boatload of dead cars here, haven't we? Here's another what looks like a trail going down. Let's see what else. Looks like there's something else right there. There's another one. Look at that. Here's another one. Do you think that these were crashes, or maybe that people would like dump their junkers over the edge here? What's that? I don't know. So I think we found ourselves a car graveyard here. Huh. So to answer your question, Maddie, or who was it that asked? Esther asked, "What is it?" This is the road between Camarillo. It's the mountain road between Camarillo. What is this up here? I have to add the place names. Hold on. Here we go. Not Voyager. There's a way to do this. Map style. Here we go. Borders and labels. Let's see. So now the labels are back. This is the road here. This is the road that goes from California State University, Cal State Channel Islands, which is in Camarillo, I think, up through the mountains to this city here, which is, what is this? Newbury Park? Maybe it's Newbury Park here in California. You can see it's right here. We're upside down right now. We're looking south. So let me orient us so that we're looking north. And so this is Southern California, and it's right there. This is Malibu Beach nearby. Here's Malibu, Barbie. And then up here is that road. So anyway, let's go back to the road, give it one last look. Here it is. The road of desolation, the road of abandoned vehicles. I'm really curious about this pile here. It must be that people were dumping their cars over here. And look how rusted those are. And Esther says, homeless camp, perhaps? Maybe. for an encore cart is going to find an illegal pot grow house. Oh, I don't have to do that anymore. They're not illegal anymore. I'll tell you a story. Let's dovetail to a story about that. Surely the authorities are aware of this. Concluded it's just not worth the cost of recovering all those wrecks from the canyon. Yeah, I'm sure that this must be something that everybody's aware of. So let's segue now, real quick. I'll tell you another story real quick about a truck story. So let's go to a slightly different road. La la la. So let's get our orientation correct. Okay. So there we are. Okay, this is Southern California again. Here's Catalina Island. Here's Ventura. Okay. There's City Hall I showed you earlier where I currently work. Keyword currently. And up here, this valley up here, this is the Ojai Valley right here. Okay, beautiful place, the Ojai Valley. Really, really nice. My friend Charles lives out there. If you see this, Charles, hey Charles, do you want to have lunch on Tuesday? I'm free. I can come up and have lunch with you at the pizza place. So Charles, okay, hold on, I gotta bring my camera. Okay, Charles is one of my oldest friends. Okay, I mean, I knew this guy in junior college. If you read my book, Going Alone, Charles was one of the guys that's referenced in the cast of characters at Chaffey College that had significant influence on my life. Anyway, I didn't really. It wasn't. I knew it wasn't so long ago that I realized that Charles and his family lived. Chuck, he lived here in Ojai. And about maybe a month or two ago, I went up to Ojai for dinner because I have nothing to do in the evenings because pardon me, I'm living out here. Excuse me for burping in the mic. And I live in Ventura during the week and then come home to my family on the weekend. So I'm always like, well, let's go have dinner. I'll go do whatever. So I went up here to Ojai to have dinner, and I went to a pizza place right. Hold on, where is it? Where is it? It's right here. Da-da-da-da. Let's let this load up for a second. This is right downtown Ojai. There, come on, you can do it. You can do it. And right here, there's a pizza place, right? Oh, I'm not showing you guys the screen. So there we go. And here it is. So I'm sorry, I was blabbing on for a long time and not showing you anything. So here's the pizza place right here. And I went in there and I ordered my pizza. And it was a really expensive pizza. I wouldn't have gone if I'd known it was that expensive. And it was like $20 for a small pizza. And I was waiting for my pizza. And while I was waiting, I noticed I was sitting at a table and I noticed that there was this guy across the way kind of giving me the eye. and I was like, that guy's giving me the eye. And I didn't know quite what kind of eye it was, but he was giving me the eye. And I was like looking at him and I said, that guy, he kind of looks like Chuck. If you put 30 years on Chuck, that's kind of how Chuck would look, I guess. Anyway, I left and went out and had my pizza at Libby Park, which is just right next door, right over here. Beautiful little park right here. This is the play structure where I took Emily to play when she was a little girl before we moved to Japan. And I had my pizza at this park bench right there. And I was sitting there. And the next day I went back and I was at work and I got a text message from Chuck saying, were you in Ojai last night? And it turned out that the dude that I saw, giving me the eye, and I was giving him the eye because he looked like Chuck. It was indeed Chuck. And so, fancy that. Two old men not recognizing two of our closest friends from the past. Anyway, so he and I are going to have lunch or dinner I'm going to have dinner with him, his wife, and maybe his daughter. Maybe this week, maybe Tuesday. We were trying to make that happen. But anyway, let me zip over to another road and I'll tell you another truck story relative to all of that, as long as we're on the topic of trucks. Isn't that beautiful geography there? Can't you just see the beautiful faulted lines here? Anyway, here's Lake Casitas over here. Okay. And if you scroll in, you go, remember, if you followed my stories, you remember there was a time in my life when I had a lot of money and I lived in a fancy place right here. When that resolves. And there's my old house right there. Man, I was able to nail right onto it. So this 1 acre lot of land right here, it doesn't look like much from the air. I wonder if I can scroll down a little bit more. It doesn't look like much from the air, but it's actually a pretty nice place. It looks like a dump. It's kind of nicer. Oh my gosh, the pool is empty. That's the old swimming pool. And they've cut down the fruit trees. We had fruit trees back here, and Oh my gosh, what's going on? Yumiko's going to be, and I built this patio right here. See this awning thing right here in the back? That's what I had built. Whoever's living there now is letting this place go to crap. And what's all this stuff back here? This wasn't there before. And they let all my greenery die. They killed everything. We had beautiful fruit trees all along here, and I had beautiful landscaping that I had done because I had a lot of money and I didn't know how to keep it, and I burned through all the money, and that's why I became broke again because I become an idiot. Anyway, that was where I lived back in those days in the Los Encinos neighborhood, and there's this, and then at that time I worked in Santa Barbara, which is here. Okay, beautiful, beautiful place, Santa Barbara is. That's where well, actually where the prince and his wife, what's his name and his wife, they live right over here in Montecito somewhere. So if I zip around here close enough, Oprah's house is around here somewhere, and so is Ellen's house, and so is the Prince Hank or whatever his name is. He's there too. Anyway, when I would go home and back and forth every day from work, I would take this road. Let's see if I can find it. Is it right there? Is that it? No, I've got to find Carpinteria. There's Carpinteria. And then, oh, there it is right there. This road here. I would take this road back and forth to between my home, my palace, which the pool actually had water back then, and Santa Barbara every day. And one day I was riding home. I was actually driving that day. I was in my truck, my little red Ford Ranger, and I was driving along, and it was right. See if I can get this right. Pretty sure it was right here. Right here in this stretch, right here. Yeah. I came around this corner and maybe I was on my motorcycle. I can't quite remember. I came around the corner here and there was this truck barreling. This is downhill. There was this truck barreling down this hill right here. And as it was barreling down, I was right here, like right in the right lane here, right about here. He began to come across the lane head on, right at me, and I was like, "Holy crap!" And I swerved my. I think I was on my bike, my motorcycle. I swerved over here, and he went past, and I got a clear view of the driver as he was holding onto the wheel, and he looked at me, and his eyes were just gigantic. He looked at me, he had terror in his face, and I stopped the bike and I watched him go through over the edge down into this gully thing and crash into a tree. His brakes had gone out and he had been hurtling down this hill, and I had happened to come across him just as he lost it and lost control. Now, I got on my phone and I called 911 immediately, and then I put the bikes on the side of the road and I went down to him, and I stayed with him. He couldn't breathe. He had when he hadn't been wearing a seatbelt, and he had crushed his body into the steering wheel and flown his head into the glass, and his breathing was slowing down as he went, and I had the 911 on the phone the whole time, blood everywhere. I just didn't know what to do, and I just stayed with him, and his breathing was less and less and less, and finally the ambulance came in pretty short order, and they relieved me, and I don't know what happened after that. But that was a very scary incident that happened right there. So here we go. Let's see if I'll catch up on any comments. Would explain oh, here we go. I think I've got to catch up on. Okay, party area. Okay, the question here is, will you going back to see what those objects are? Yeah, I think I should, right? But it's awfully hard to get down there, and it's full of poison oak down there, and rattlesnakes and stuff like that. But I never let that stop me before. Maybe I should go down and maybe would you think that would be an interesting video if I went back and explored that? I wonder if this is where they used to film all those cars driving off cliff movie scenes back in the day. You might be right, Captain Canada. That's actually not far away from where they have a lot of movie locations in that area, because we're not far from Malibu. And actually, the Manson family, remember the Manson family's movie ranch thingy? I That may be further up in the San Fernando Valley. But yeah, you might be right. Maybe they did. Captain Canada would explain the pile. Yeah. Speedy says, even though there is a legal pot, there are still some illegal growers. You're right, and that's our next place we're going to visit. Let's do that right now before I continue on the comments. So I'm going to tell another story, and I have to be very careful how I say this because I don't want to get the really rich man mad at me, but I I don't think I will. Okay, way back in the day, back when I was working at that same company, that internet company in Santa Barbara, there was a young man at the time. He must have been 18, I think, and he. I won't use any names, and I won't tell anything salacious or anything like that, or but he he used to. Let me bring this up. He used to sit right next to me, and he would come in, and he would go out into his car, and he would smoke dope. This is back in the day when it was illegal, and he would come in, and his eyes would be kind of glazed over, and all that stuff. And I was sure that he was going to get fired one day, and he never did. In fact, he went on to be very successful with one venture after another, and became kind of a, still in his like mid early 30s, became kind of a patron to Santa Barbara. Anyway, the long story short, this guy is very blessed in he's smart, he's competent, he's amicable, he's engaging, he's clearly got foresight, because what he did was he leveraged a lot of the money that he did. He never got fired. In fact, he simply succeeded after success after success after success. And what he did was, when they legalized marijuana here in California, he he went down to Carpinteria, which is here. Okay, this is Santa Barbara. Hold on. Santa Barbara's. Oh, here's Santa Barbara. Okay, here's Santa Barbara, which is not showing very well because it's taking a minute to resolve. Beautiful, beautiful Santa Barbara. And then he went down, smart guy that he is. Do you see all these kind of tippity toppity? Do you see all this stuff? Do you know what these are? These are greenhouses. And acres upon acres of greenhouses here. Okay. So my coworker, I would like to call him friend, but we really didn't socialize very much. We sat by him another. He probably remembered me. Um, uh, he took all that money that he made, and he bought a bunch of greenhouses here in Carpinteria. And guess what he converted them into? Marijuana greenhouses, right? And he started a company called Glass House Farms. And I think he's probably like one of the biggest marijuana growers in the state of California now, and just success after success. He's a great guy, and I subscribe to him. I follow him on Instagram, and I watch his videos, and he's still the same wonderful Graham that I knew back in the day, only now he's like worth like $500 million or something like that. And that's his story. Yeah, that's to talk about the illegal and legal greenhouses. Let's see if there's any more comments here, and then I think I'm going to wrap up in just a minute. Speedy said, even though there's pot. Yep, we talked about that one. I hope you update us with a video of on the ground. Okay, I'll try to do that. Emily wants me to go back there and take a and send her some photos of the university at night. Oh, I don't want. Should I go down to those cars at night? No, I'll get bit by a rattlesnake. Captain Canada says that could be a good hike video. LOL from Esther. Ripe fruit trees. Rest in peace, fruit trees. Yes. Oh, I'm so disappointed to see that Street View. I'm using the web version of Google Earth, and it doesn't have I can't get the Street View to work. And Maddie says my previous home was gutted too. Home? Scary. Yeah. That story, huh? Yeah, it could be a great hiking VQ. I'd watch it for sure. Thank you for that. And what? A super sticker. Hey, Yumiko.
Super chat.
Oh, and somebody's here. Do you hear the
super chat?
Alex, who is that? Who's that talking? Let's go over to the Discord and find out. We have a guest. Robert.
I don't know. Who is that?
Is it you, Robert?
Yes, it's me.
Robert, old dude.
It's me.
Hi there. First, I want to say thanks to Alexis for the $4.99. Thank you very much. You're my very first super sticker on here. Hey, Robert, it's good to see you. How you doing? And hear you. Actually, and if I turn the video on, watch this.
Well, I'm still.
If I turn the video on, I have to show for everybody. There. See, now I've got the Discord server running. And then thanks again, Alexis. That is so sweet of you. Alexis, if you would like a free copy of Going Alone, just send me an email at dinnerbytheriver@gmail.com, and I will glad you send you a copy for free, signed and everything. Thank you. Dinnerbytheriver@gmail.com. Now, Robert, how the heck are you? How are things up in Canada?
Well, it's a strange place up here. I mean, I thought I was weird. Well, I'm not the only one. COVID has unleashed the weirdness, and there's been a lot of blessings though.
Yeah.
The blessings outweigh the negatives. So I'm just hanging out, um, figuring out what to do with my time that actually pays.
Well, let me come back to that in just a second. I want to do a quick check with everybody. Can folks can out there can someone let me know in chat? Can you hear Robert speaking right now? During yesterday's live, we were able to hear the guests as well. So I think so. And then Alexis says, "I'm happy to catch the live stream." Well, thank you, Alexis. That's really sweet. And then little five. Hey, little five, haven't seen you in a while. How you doing? Good to see you. And Dave says yes, yes. I guess we're getting a hell yes from Dave, no less. That well, I put the hell on there. So thank you, Dave, for the acknowledging that we can hear Robert. That means the technology is working. So Robert, let me ask you. Yeah, he's coming through a little bit distorted. I heard that too. Speedy says that, right? As peace, Robert, and David saying peace to you, Robert. So Robert, question, and I'm going to go ahead and just move. I'm going to go ahead and change
Yes.
this so that it's like that now, so we don't have to see double me. So Robert, how the hell are you? You wait. I know you're saying a little crazy up there. You're retired now, right?
I'm making. Yeah, I'm trying to remove these.
You're trying to do what? Yeah, Matt's saying it's pretty broken for me. So guys, is it just Robert that's coming through broken, or me too, or the whole thing? Hi from New Zealand. This is Andrew.
Is this better?
Yeah, that's better.
Okay, good.
What'd you do? Did you take the cat out of the front of your face?
No, I unplugged it and plugged it back in again.
Oh, that worked. Now that's the Robert we know from the three old dudes, right? Coming through crystal clear. And Maddie
Yeah.
Esther says you can hear, but the microphone doesn't sound a little fragmented. I think we've got that fixed. Plot twist: Robert is now a cyborg. Hey, we knew that all along. And little five says, I also go back to college and my union is paying for it. Wow, well, good on that. So Robert, so you're retired now, right? You've been retired for 2 years now, right? More
I
than
think
that?
it happened September 2017.
September
The
2017 last year? I think feels like it was longer than that.
yeah, 2017 was when I stopped
Oh,
working.
2017, not September 17th. So 2017. So it's been almost 4 years. It's been 4 years now.
Yeah, and I think I'm not as crazy as I used to be, but my family is convinced that I need to be um, not certified, but there's another thing, another word. Put away.
We'll let Sarah be the judge of that.
Well, Sarah's not around anymore either.
Oh, what?
And that's a story for another time.
Oh, gee, I didn't know that. I thought I saw her in your thumbnail here.
Oh, yeah, she's still there. I haven't bothered to changing it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got to go into the Twilight Zone after that. Wife removal. That was 2019 in April.
Oh,
April
okay.
2019. Yeah.
Okay.
And everybody seemed to know what was going on, and they also thought that I knew what was going on. The parents were very sly, laying down a whole bunch of dirt all around with everyone. They're very thorough because it was a codependent relationship with Sarah and her parents, and it was really
let me stop you there.
Seriously strong.
Let me stop you there, Robert. I forgot to do my standard disclaimer. I think you know, but I want to make sure you do. We are broadcasting on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. So
I'm okay with that.
Oh, you're okay. Okay, I just wanted to make sure I did. And can you help me if someone else joins the audio? And by the way, any of you are welcome to join the audio. Just go to my Discord and pop into the on-air voice stream, and you will join us as well. So anyone's welcome to join. And the link is in the comments. Good. So okay. So that was a big deal, obviously, and so now you've moved on to a new stage of life, huh?
Yeah, sort of. Well, I've been stubborn. I'm a very stubborn person at heart, but I think everybody knows that. I'm just stubborn in a a humorous sort of way,
Mm.
and that still remains consistent. And I'm saying a lot. Can you tell I haven't been broadcasting for a while?
Me
I
too.
wanted to.
You and me both.
Yeah,
I'm out of
yeah,
practice. I've been back in the United States for 7 years, and only rarely pull up the camera anymore, and even rarer still to do anything like a live stream like this. It takes a little while to get back in practice, doesn't it?
yeah. Like, I mean, I'm on point. I'm on point from the comments for sure, and I've made new friendships as a result of COVID,
Uh
and
huh.
I'm grateful for those. New friendships have been made through the comments
I've
of
got
live streams.
I've kind of gained the impression that you've kind of found a new community, not kind of not a new community, but so much as you found kind of a in the self help world, right? And then people that are interested in that and facilitating that, and you're part of that now, right?
Well, I could be um, certainly qualified for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, medicated. Yes, I am medicated. I do my best to be, anyways.
Well, I guess we got to.
And it's covered under my pension, so it's all good.
All right. Let's catch up on some
Right.
comments here on this, and we'll continue. It's working now. Andrew says, "Yep, we got some good acknowledgement on the audio." Esther says, "Way better." Speedy says, "Classic three old dudes when all else fails, pull it out and reinsert." Hey, hey, hey! And moving along, medicated. Okay, yes. And I remember Yumiko was teasing me. My wife was teasing me because I taking multivitamins to make me give me energy during the day, and I was taking melatonin in the morning. She's like, "Kurt, that puts you to sleep." So, and and Esther says, "I remember when you did the walking videos in Japan. Yeah, that seems like a long time ago." So what's new, Robert? Let me ask you this, because I'm a guy I'm entertaining. I'm planning to retire in 3 years. What's it like to make that transition to the retired world? Is it? I hear it's a challenge in some cases.
It was it was well, it was came as a result of it was a constructive dismissal, is what it was.
Mm.
So I can't say that it was fun. They had to change the date I booked off when I switched medications because those those had me running at number 11 on a scale of 10 for
Hmm.
quite a while. So when I got off them, I felt a little odd, and it took a week off. When I went to come back, they said you can't come back because you've been off 3 weeks, and you need to guarantee you'll have no more anxiety. And then we can let you back in.
Mm.
Which when he said that, I thought this could be it because anxiety is a recognized disability here, and that is a diagnosis. Mine it was, anyways. Not anymore, fortunately.
Hmm.
I didn't realize that it was actually them. Someone there was the source of it because they're very skilled in that kind of thing. The company I used to work for
Hmm.
was given to the generals from the Korean conflict to run as a gift for their service. So it was very military structured. I had no idea when I went in there that it was so, but I found out, not the easy way because that's not my style. When I wanted something done that hadn't needed to be done, I didn't go to the boss directly. I just told my mother. And when the boss's wife came for lunch with my mother told that person. My mother told her, and she told that boss, and he went and blasted my boss at the board meeting, and the change came like immediately that we
Mm.
needed. And
Oh,
then and then I was on the shit list forever after that. But that's okay.
oh wow.
That's not.
Well, what's in store for Robert next? I mean, have you thought about doing any travel? Maybe go to Japan. Japan's opening up in October if you're vaccinated.
Yeah, I'm. I was just about to go get vaccinated or at least start that procedure because yeah, I would like to travel.
Yeah, you've always
And
seemed like someone that would. I know you've always wanted to do that, and I think you've been to Japan before, right?
yeah, I've been twice,
Twice?
technically 3 times.
Yeah.
They almost didn't let me back in from South Korea.
Oh, really? Wow. Okay. Wow. Well, I guess would you have kimchi on your breath or something?
No, I was separated from my group, which was just my girlfriend and her friend, and I was carrying the gifts, and I didn't know what was in them.
Oh no.
So
Okay. Well,
that wasn't good.
we'll leave that laying right there, and it looks like you got an airbag deployed on your under the seat there. Let's catch up on comments here. Um, Alexa says, "Are you old enough to retire?" Um, I will be in 3 years. And yep. And Esther says, Alexis, in the U.S., retirement isn't about age. It's usually about the amount of money you have to live until you die. Most people have the means in the 50s, 60s, but some do it at a younger age. I think that's about right. So,
Yeah.
so no, so I'm looking forward to it, but I'm, Yumiko and I are planning to go back to Japan to retire. And so we're kind of excited about the prospects of what life might hold after that. We'll see.
Yeah, that's going to be nice.
Mm.
It'll be nice.
Yeah. We'll have to see what happens. It'll be fun to maybe she and I can travel around and maybe do ramen. Visit ramen shops or something. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah.
let's see. There was one last thing I wanted to talk about here, and then I'm probably going to sign off because it is late and I'm working tomorrow actually, even though it's Sunday. And here we go. Let's scroll back up. I just wanted to show you all that, as I mentioned, Yumiko and I are planning to return to Japan in 3 years, but Emily is now on her own, or not on her own. She's going to be heading off she was on her own, but we brought her back because of COVID. And so, but now Yumiko and I are looking for a new place to live. So I wanted to just ask any of you who might be familiar with the Southern California area, if you have any suggestions, I'm happy to write them down because we have begun touring. Today we went out to a place called Highland out by the San Bernardino Mountains, right out here. As soon as that resolves in this area right here. We didn't find it very impressive. It was kind of like, as you can see right here, this is Highland. It's just a bunch of track homes. So it didn't have any character at all. And so then we drove down to a place called Menifee, which is right here. I think it's right here. And we liked that a lot better. So any suggestions from anybody? If you got any? And Maddie says, you live in Orange County. It has treated me well. Yeah, that's where we live too. It's just so dang expensive here. So we currently live in a little tiny apartment, and we want to get a house because both Yumiko and I are going to be beginning in a couple of months. We're going to be working full time from home, so we want to each have a room to work in, and we also want to have a yard for the dog. We got a patio for the dogs now. Genuine says you'll join for the next stream. Thank you. Well, on that, I think I'm going to go ahead and sign off. Robert, do you have anything you want to say before we finish?
I was okay.
Hmm?
I'm filling up the YouTube chat now with zeros because that's what I made the hotkey to talk. But it was nice to speak with you finally again. It's nice to see you again.
It's wonderful to see you.
I'm just lucky I'm grateful I was on the computer and I happened to see you go live, and because I miss a lot of that when I get tied up in my research projects, which are just to satiate my curiosity, which I do indulge.
That is a
great
good
deal.
thing to do. I like to do the same. And Little Five is recommending Hacienda Heights. I am going to check that. I just wrote it down on my pad here. I'm going to check that out. And Lewis says, what was the video you did years ago in Japan where you saw a spooky ball float through the bamboo forest? I can't find the video. Here, let me bring that up on YouTube. I think if you search for I'm gonna see if I can find it. The thing I saw in the woods, softypapa. If that brings it up, there's two of them. Let's see. No. There it is. Well, there's the thing. There's the first one. Things I saw in the woods. That's my explanation. Oh, here, let me get rid of the comment there for a second. That's the explanation of it. And then there's another one, which for some reason, it's harder to find, which is the one where I actually had the camera running when the thing I saw in the woods, And for some reason, it's really hard to find. But it's the same title. Or it's not. But anyway, check that one out. Check out the thing I saw in the woods. Do I put a link in it? Let's see. Look at that. Here, and then is there a link below? Yeah, there it is. Careful Footing is the name of the video. So here it is. So that's the video.
Hello, everybody. Well, I'm going to stop for a minute.
That's it. So I was filming this video, and you actually catch my reaction as the thing in the woods came at me through the bamboo forest. That's it. Careful footing. Does that help? And then it was 2 years, 2 months, 8 months too early. So the pension is reduced, but it was clear that I wasn't going back, and I suspect that it was okay. Yeah, there's always some
Yeah,
reasons.
the in-laws.
Oh, the in-laws.
Yeah, it's not proven yet because that's a pretty serious thing. That they leveraged the authority of their employers to pass along whatever it was they said.
Hmm.
It was just like Twilight Zone material.
Really?
It could be funny too. I'll put it in a book.
No, okay. Well, yeah, well, life gets complicated. And Andrew says Oceanside in a condo. That's actually one of the places Yumiko and I are looking at. We've been down to Oceanside twice looking, and we found one really nice place that we liked. Oceanside might be the place for us. We also liked it because it had that still had the coastal air. Maddie says life is full of imagination and ideas. It's great to make it fun and fulfilling. Indeed. How about Northern California? Well, we still want to be, Esther, we still want to be within striking distance if we have to go into the office. So no more than 2 hours away from our respective offices. But otherwise, sky's the limit. And Robert, I believe a friendship with Jeffrey Gittimer, or however you pronounce that, has been blossoming. Grateful for his 9:59 a.m. live streams that were a daily for over a year now, 3 to 4 days a week on his page. Awesome. Thank you so much, Kurt. Lewis says, I remember it as so spooky, so cool. I did. Oh, thanks. I'm glad you liked it. I did take part in setting what Guinness World Record did you set, Robert?
Most authors simultaneously signing their own book. And that was so I wrote a chapter in a book, and it was for the record. And then we all got together on a Saturday. It was February the 15th, 2018, was it? And we all signed at the same time. And I got nervous suddenly because they had to be able to read my signature. And I thought, nobody can read my signature. And I did that intentionally. So I said, okay, I'll make it so it's semi-readable. And that was it. And then the weird part was people coming up to me and asking me to autograph my page, which was 102. That felt a little odd, but it was cool.
I got to ask you, well, what's the significance of the car photo you've got on the screen?
Oh, that's the interior of the car I got a month ago. I had a Jetta last year. That wasn't my idea. It was a good car, but it wasn't my idea. This one wasn't either, but I like the way it makes me feel when I sit in it. It's a Hyundai Sonata.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I had no idea it was so nice inside. Something about that interior. It's dark tinted windows. I sit in there. It's like I feel good, and it has all the little toys the Cadillac had, except these ones work all the time. And so, hey, I didn't know, but now I know.
Wonderful.
And I'm grateful for it.
Well, let's end on that positive note. It's good to you didn't know, but now you know. Let's all strive to know the things that we didn't know. And wouldn't that be a better world if we did that? If we acknowledge the stuff that we don't know, or if we're cognizant of what we did. Isn't that what Socrates says constituted the wise man, knowing what he or she does not know? Anyway, let's go ahead and sign off. Let's see. MPGs, miles per gallons. David says, is that what that is? Better than the Maxima or the Cadillac. There's another quote. You can put that on a hat too, right? Better than the Maxima or the Cadillac. People will be staring at you. What does that mean? All right, everybody. Robert, thank you for dropping by to see, and thank you so much for the gift of the $5. There it is right there from Alexis. Thank you so much. That was really sweet of you. I was telling my wife about how there's this new world and people give you money. and there it is. Thank you very much. I'm certainly not doing it for that purpose, but I'll buy my wife a cup of coffee. So
yeah, I have a friend that has been doing that for a while. He's pretty good at it now.
Really?
Over in Scotland.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Robert, good to see you. Everybody, have a great evening. Remember, be safe, but not too safe. And we'll see you at the next live stream. And talk to you soon, Robert.
Bye for now. Nice to chat with you.
All right. Bye-bye. And there's that. And broadcast. Wait, we'll wave everybody as I end broadcast. Bye-bye. Oh, I lost the dog. See y'all later. Remember, have a great rest of your weekend, everybody. Bye-bye. And thanks again, Alexis.